Okay, let's see how we can create the solid model of this object shown. The first thing to do is create a strategy to make this composite 3D 2.5 model. As you can see here, this object can be made by a U shape, a simple extrusion, whole cutout, and some fillets, as well as this portion. This one is a trick here. It looks like by the first glance, um, it looks like it is created by sweeping a certain cross section, but by using only extrusion, one can make by looking from this side, from this direction. So uh, let's see how we can create this in Creo. Okay, already Creo opened. I'll click new, keep the name as default. Now first thing I do is the major shape, which is this U shape. So I'll try to make this uh, U complete U shape first, to maintaining the relative size. So let me pick the front view, sketch. So I will use line, polyline, vertical. Okay, now uh, I use constraint, equality constraint, to make them the modeling process. To simplify the modeling process, I use equality constraint. For example, the height of this and this are equal, and I want to make these two equal. So equality constraint, you shall depress that and make them equal. Let me get rid of the reference background, which is axis. This display, let me get rid of. Okay, and these are all weak dimension. In order to maintain the sketch stronger, I need to pick something that middle mouse, double click, 50, and this will be 50. Let's say this is 100. This is 160 to be proportional. No, maybe 180. So looking back, the height from here to here, right? So I think this looks proportional. Now these are all fully defined, but this is not fully defined, so I'll make that to 220. So this looks closer to what we were looking, but this width is narrower, so I'll make this, let's say, 40, and since dimension is not given, I need to approximate. Okay, now this is the main cross section. The sketch already selected. I'll extrude it, and the width of the extrusion is about this much, so I will use drag handler to drag. Yeah, I think that looks good, so I'll define my around 140. Okay, so now I make the basic shape of the object. Alright, the next thing is this hole, and also the cut. So we use hole wizard. It's a hole wizard. select the different holes. Now all that you do is placement. Already selected, pick the location, the drag handler. If you drag this will, and these green ones are for to reference. Touch the surface, touch this surface, so it defines where the location of that hole. Okay, so what I'll do is make this hole middle mouse, so right click, edit, and make this through hole. Okay, this is through hole completely, and the dimensions I use tools. Okay, make this centered. It's not centered, so what I'll do is by making tools, relations, double click this. So I'm gonna take this with D4, half of D4, so the hole, and double click the hole. So the location of the hole, I can write shift drag, and I keep here. So I'm gonna select this is equal to 0.5 times this. Okay, it's centered. Control G will make it centered. Okay, so hole is always at the center, at some distance appropriate. Okay, and the next thing is this is truncated, and also this part. For this part I will make a plane at the midpoint and make this cross section extrude in both directions. So what I need is, look at this plane. So first let me display, no, let me display my axis. Okay, here is the front view. I want a plane with the top, the right side. I want to create a plane halfway this, so I need to get a midpoint of this. Okay, so then I have to create points. First on this edge I need to create a point. There are many ways of doing that. So that point is half is 0.5. It's a parametric. So if you do 0.2, for example, it will take the location start point is here to 0.2, 0.5. It will be somewhere here. If you put 0.9, it's around here. So halfway is offset 0.5. Okay, so I have that point. So select the right plane, and the plane through that, through this, and you control, and then select this point. So it takes the right plane parallel plus through this point or at the center. Okay, so now I have this plane. I will make my sketch in that plane, starting from here. So it's already selected. It's already selected, right? So, and then sketch. So it pick this reference, but I will make my sketch on this plane. Okay. So what I do is select this plane, sketch. You can add another reference by using this. Select reference, these two, see, and then close. Okay, you can remove these references. So I'll use this. So now sketch a rectangle, no, line. Okay, line around somewhere here, straight line. The rest are curve, arc, okay. I'm trying to make, I'll make this portion and straight. Okay, so again another curve, this 3-point curve. So you need this point, you need another point, and the other one is line, a straight line. So no worries, I will make, let me make normal to that. Okay, so this is tangent with this. Tangent, okay. This arc is tangent to this. I have to edit this line. Let me delete this line because it's not properly created. So I will put arc, 3-point arc. Okay, this point, and this point. No. Okay, I think 3-point, tangent in 3 points. Okay, this, okay, this, and tangent to these two, this guy and this guy, tangent. Okay, first that tangent and this guy. Now they are curvy, but let me do it again. Okay, this is good. So center and arc, I can do this. Okay, center is somewhere here, arc is this, and I can do this. Okay, now by constraint I can make them tangent. Okay, tangent, this guy and this guy. Okay, and again tangent, this guy and this guy. Okay, now I can even trim. Now you can take this tangent point like that to make them smooth transition, and then you can just drag these two to align. Okay, this is what we're looking for, and then delete segment, you just chop this off. Okay, so roughly we have our curve like this. Okay, the line is cut, so I'll draw another line from here to that. Okay, Now we can do offset. Offset here as a chain. This guy, loop. Let me do again. Offset this entire with offset distance, let's say 10. Oh, that's good. So it select all in one and then give me the offset. Okay, that's it. Close it, then close from the two end. That's what you need first. Zoom, line chain here to here. Escape. Go here. Line chain here to here. Okay, we have our region. That so offset region we can edit the figure first. Should be some lower. Okay. Okay, the distance here. Let's make it 40. That makes it 50. Okay, that looks good. Let's see. Yeah. So now all that you do is what? Extrude in both direction. Not only this direction, you need it in the other direction. You change here center, make it centered, and we'll see where is the figure. It's not touching this, so it's just to some distance. So my width is about 80. Yeah, something like that. That's it. Okay, we have almost completed the part. Okay, and it needs cutting this corner, so I'm gonna do extrude cut. So I extrude, you make a line, let's say from this point to this corner, and then what? Extrude cut. Okay, check the axis, and instead of this is adding to removing is this, and you change the direction to opposite direction and pass completely. So that is this guy. So there is a cut. I have one fillet here. So that is, rotate this guy round. This is, you can select multiple rounds, and then this 5 is smaller, so I make 10. Still smaller, so I make 20. Oh no, I need more, 30. Okay, that looks good, and then I will do the same. You can do all in once. That's it. So this completes the modeling. can just make it nice by removing references. I don't want to see the display. I don't want to see the spin center. I don't want to see the axis and this guys. Okay, and then if we want to show the edge, okay, that's complete our tutorial.